If you run an e-commerce brand that is making less than $50,000 per month, then this is going to be the exact blueprint that you've been waiting for, because most online gurus are trying to sell something, which means they're only appealing to people that are making 100K plus. But if you're not at that point, you still need the answers of how to actually scale and get to that point. So right now, you're probably making less than $50,000 per month, and you probably have a small list size. So this is the blueprint that you need to scale. Pay attention, because I'm going to be running over everything and showing you actual live results of accounts that we work with that do less than $50,000 and are still making an absolute killing from email marketing, and exactly how you can as well. All right, I don't think you realize how much sauce I'm actually giving away. I'm going to give you the exact blueprint for how to crush email marketing with a small list. I'm going to cover exactly how to do your sign-up forms, your campaigns, and your flows, which are the three most important things to actually scale. And it's exactly how we've been able to generate 16K per month for one of our brands that only has 4,000 subscribers, and another one $22,000 per month, which I'm going to show you as well. I'm going to swap over to the real backend so you can see exactly that. But most people think that email is a game of numbers, and it's absolutely not. What people get wrong is that small list size does not equate to small amounts of revenue. Engagement is way more important than size, and your reply metric is the real metric. So this is the lie that everyone's told, and you probably believe as well. You probably even considered buying lists. A bigger list equals more revenue. Nothing could be further from the truth. What most people are chasing is like a 50,000 subscriber list, and what ends up happening is they do it through generic giveaways, which brings really bad subscribers, inflated lead metrics and magnets, and then dead profiles that just bring down the deliverability. And then they also end up getting really bad open rates because their subscribers are not authentic. So what actually is winning, and you're in a great position for this, is 2,000 engaged hand-raising subscribers who will buy whatever you want. And it's a list built from actual content that you're pushing out. It's a little bit smaller because it's a little bit more authentic. And it means that you're getting tons of open rates, which puts you in inbox primacy. And you can also rely on personal replies to every email. Now, this is the maths, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And if you do, you should be making $10,000 per month minimum. And this is the maths to get to that. Let's say you have 2,000 subscribers and you're sending about 3 times per week if you have the capacity for it, which is about 12 times per month. And you have a 5% click to buy, and you have $85 AOV. So nothing crazy high. You can even put that slightly lower. And what that equates to is it equates to $2,040 per campaign, which is actually $24,000 per month from 12 cents a month. That's assuming that you have the bandwidth to go ahead and do that. Now, if you don't, it's no train smash, but take a look at this back end. $22,000 generated in a single month from a 4,000 people list size. That is like unimaginable. Brands with 20K onwards also don't even see these numbers. So having a highly engaged list that is curated correctly is way more powerful. And you can see that the flows are not attributing as much as they should because this brand doesn't get tons of site traffic. So it doesn't bring in a ton of flow revenue. Now, this is the advantage, right? You have engagement because your subscribers are newer, whereas most brands at 50K have subscribers that have been on since 2021. They're dead subscribers. Your list size is small enough that it's built from actual sources, and you then are getting high open rates, which again is going to put you in the primary inbox because of the way that providers actually prioritize engagement. And on top of that, which I keep reiterating for a very good reason, the best position that you're in right now is being able to reply to every single email that you get and engage with the audience. That means that if you make a mistake right now, that mistake's only going out to 10 people who you can fix it with. Whereas a mistake is going to cost you way more when you send out a mistake at 50,000 people. You don't want that. Your split testing is also way smaller window size, so you can get data way faster. And on top of that, the way that inboxes are working is going to be very AI based. And so engagement is the new reach. So first thing you want to do is you want to start with a sign-up form. Now, you probably already have one, but this is actually how it should look. You should be getting 5+% minimum in submissions. At your list size, probably about 10% in submissions on the list. And this is how to do it. You want a strong offer, you want a single field, you want to optimize for mobile, and you want to send it after 5 seconds of being on the website. So this is exactly how you want to build it out. This is a Magic Mind example. Go to their website and see what they have. What they do is on the first page, they give you an interest and a really strong offer. So it's almost a no-brainer to fill this out. Very easy. You just click the option that you want. One CTA in this whole thing is choose what you're interested in. What are you looking for? I choose focus. It goes to the next page. So step number 1 is this interest and offer. Step number 2 is giving your email. Don't ask them for their name and their mobile and their birthday and a ton of other bullshit. Don't do that. Step number 2 is just asking for their email. Step number 3 is the success page. That is how you're going to build a sign-up form that actually converts. And if you want to go a step further, then you can add in all of these. You can add an exit intent, you can have an embedded form, which you should have anyway, and you can test. You can split test what works and what doesn't. But most importantly, you want to make it simple, you want a strong offer, you want to make it mobile friendly, and you want to show this 5 seconds after them being on the website. That is it. Now, let's take a look at the campaigns, because this is arguably the most important thing that you're going to do since it carries most of the weight of the revenue. So let's take a look at a real backend. This is a backend of a brand that we just did Memorial Day for. You can see that on average, we've been able to generate 1.8K, 1.4K, 1.3K, $5,800. So you can see how much revenue we're driving just from our simple email sends that we're sending out. And there's a few ways that we've been able to do this. So these are the decisions that we make. Number 1, we have a subject line that drives curiosity, which I'll go into more detail. Drive curiosity, don't push a promotion, don't seem spammy. So curiosity subject line, 1 CTA. Plain text format works so well, especially if you're wearing multiple hats and you don't have a design team. Just send plain text emails. Send to everyone. So important. Don't segment. I'm going to talk about that just now. And then you want a story first hook and product second. So hook and then your product shown. That's the formula. Now, we want to look at the numbers that actually matter, and these are them. Now, let's take a look at the live backend. You can see this is from March 1st to March 31st. 1.5K generated, 1K, 1K. No sales are run to get those high-performing sales, right? You can see our click rate is incredibly high, and you can see over here we're sending to so few people. You can see that over here as well. 52% of people are opening, which means sending to 4,400 people maximum. Super small list. Now with these, the way that we're doing it is we are sending to engaged 120. We're not complicating it. We're asking them questions and we are making sure that they actually have some curiosity. And so what we're doing is, so for example, this one, ever tried a CBD vape and felt nothing? This is a common issue that our customers face. And so we turn their pain points into questions because we know they're going to say yes to it. We're going to counter that. Then we're also doing a ton of plain text emails that look like this. Literally looks like the founder sent an email, which is so important because it's such low output for the brand. So continuously, we're generating upwards of $1,000 or $800 per send. And this is to a small list with no sales. That's the key. So that's how we've been able to do that. We sound like a real person. We're focusing on revenue and we're not looking at vanity metrics. Now, this is the formula. Number 1, a subject line that drives curiosity. So let's just say that you sell a sleep gummy. Then what you want to do is you want to have subject lines like this. What I learned from 3 years of bad sleep. Honest question about your sleep. The 7-step thing nobody talks about regarding sleep. So instead of doing a big sale, 25% off everything that looks like spam, you're making it genuinely curiosity driven. That's number 1. With sending emails, make sure the subject line is strong. Number 2, make sure that every email has 1 idea and 1 CTA. Do not have multiple different blocks saying learn more, shop now, etc., etc. You want to rather say, hey, buy sleep gummies today. You show the sleep gummies. You have a hook related to sleep gummies and you have 1 call to action related to it. Then make sure it's conversational. Your email should not sound broadcasty or promotional like this. They should instead say, hey, just a quick one. We dropped something new. Took us about 6 months. Wanted you to see it first. Huge difference. Now, this is a big thing that's going to be controversial because everyone says something different, but they're teaching you the wrong things for the wrong revenue type. When you are at the revenue point of doing less than $50,000 or you just have a small list size, you should not segment. What needs to happen is you need to avoid making a VIP segment, 30-day, 60-day, 90-day, all these random tiers. Don't make it behavioral based and don't make time zone optimized sends. Do not do that. If you're in the US, send on EST time at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. If you're on UK time, UK 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. That's it. And this is who you send to. You send to engaged and you don't send to anyone who hasn't engaged in the last 90 days. So you're very proactively just sending to your engaged segment of 60 or 120 days maximum. Do not overcomplicate this. Don't send to people that have become lapsed customers or whatever it is. Just maintain one main strategy, send to everyone, otherwise you're going to dilute your sends and it's not worth your time. Then these are the emails that are actually doing a ton of heavy lifting outside of campaigns. So you've done the campaigns, you know who to send to. Now it comes to the flows. The welcome email has 3 emails that carry a lot of the heavy lifting. This is going to be your highest revenue generating flow, especially in the beginning phase. Take a look at this. You just want to set up 3 emails. Super simple. This is the structure. Pause the video. You can build it out. Obviously, once they submit their information on the sign-up form, you're going to send them an email immediately. It's going to be short. It's going to show them the discount. It's going to show reviews, and it's going to show categories. That's it. Then step number 2, or email number 2, be a bit more transparent. Introduce the team. Your strength at this revenue range is being transparent and authentic. Authenticity is your success barometer. That is your superpower right now because other brands can't maintain that. So make sure you talk about the team, who you are, the difference, why you created the brand, etc. Then the last email is a plain text email from the founder. It's as simple as that. Then your other flows, super simple. Just make sure you have a welcome flow that is 3 emails long, a cart abandonment flow that's 2 emails long, checkout flow, 2 emails long, browse flow, 2 emails long. Ignore what it says over there. That's when it's more complicated. So again, 3 emails here, 2 for the cart, 2 for checkout, 2 for browse, and you're set. Then once you have the setup, focus on the post-purchase and the win back. But that's it. Take a look at these flows. You can see that for our welcome flow for this brand, we were able to generate $2,700 in the span of May 1st to May 27th. Another one, $745, $614, etc. So overall, if you calculate everything, it's about almost $5,000, $4,800 or so, that we've been able to generate just from the flows on Evergreen Autopilot. So if the brand didn't have this, then they would not have made an extra $5,000 per month on Autopilot, regardless of how much you spend on ads. So if you just maintain the same traffic that you're getting right now, but you were able to convert 10% more of it, then you have 10% more profitability without having to spend more to achieve that. That's a no-brainer. So that's what you should be doing. And again, make sure you are replying personally to every single email because it makes customers feel seen. So instant loyalty. You are showing Gmail and Outlook that there's a 2-way conversation, which means they put you in better deliverability. And then you can actually hear what the issues are or what the pain points are from your customers and iterate straight away. So maybe they don't like that you've sent them too many emails. Cut it down. Maybe they don't like a certain product and they have no interest in it. Now you know. But when you're a bigger brand, you don't have the capacity to do that. So what I recommend is set aside 20 minutes a day on every Monday and Thursday to reply to emails. Make sure you have some templated responses, but you personalize some of them. And of course, make sure that you are actually following up and checking in on them. This is going to build a ton of loyalty. Now, last thing is essentially the free traffic stack. If you're strapped for money and you can't really run ads, or you are running ads, but you also want to optimize on other things, here are the shortest, quickest ways to obviously generate more traffic. TikTok, Reels, and Shorts will always kill. Make sure you're doing that. LinkedIn and Twitter, so important. Make sure you're sending a ton of posts per week and just post 3 times per week on story driven. Maybe talk about your product, how you guys have come to formulate it. Be a little bit more personal. If you're a wellness brand, talk about biohacking or talk about the wellness industry. If you're a fashion industry, talk about the Met Gala, talk about all of these things. It's so simple to just build a little bit of traction. And 2 people see that, they convert, why not? Then niche communities are so underrated. If you're at a smaller rate, you can't run ads. Go on Reddit, go on Discord and school. Show up, contribute, talk about products that are working for you in your niche. Make sure you're optimizing for niche specific queries like on ChatGPT, etc. Be a podcast guest on a small podcast. There's no harm in that. Give whatever value you have. And then lastly, do some newsletter swaps. So you basically cross promote with a similar audience. Let's say that you are a performance enhancing product and you are a wellness brand that essentially helps people's performance in the gym. You pair up with a personal trainer and they start recommending your products. Their entire newsletter list goes over to you. Why not? That's pretty much the system. So what you need to do this week, check your pop-up form and create it. Number 2, make sure that you have a converting lead magnet on that pop-up form. So make it a worthy offer. 50% off will always kill, but you don't have to go that extreme. Number 3, make sure you have your non-negotiable flows. Number 4, reply personally to every email. And number 5, just send 3 campaigns in a month minimum. If you really can, push 1 per week. If not, or if you really can, then do 2 per week. That's the sweet spot. So all you have to do is follow this. I promise you it's going to scale your brand. But for now, just save this video, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a ton of videos for your revenue range. And if you are a brand that is doing under $50,000 per month and you maybe just do have a small list size regardless of your revenue range, go down below, book in a call with us. We would love to work with you and we'll see if we can. We only work with brands that we know we can bring an ROI to, and so we'll tell you straight up if we can't help you. But ideally, don't book in a call if you're making less than 30K per month, because what you need is you need to put that money towards ads, not email. For right now, just build this out. You'll see the results that you would get from a basic agency. But until then, stay tuned because I will keep providing a ton of value, and hopefully that was helpful.